Hello and welcome. I hope you've had a wonderful day and are looking forward to another relaxing sleep story. Hopefully, you can have some dreams of your own in ancient Japan tonight. But what's most important is to get a restful night of sleep. So find yourself a comfy spot in bed, somewhere you feel safe and relaxed. It is time to wind down after a big day. First, let's bring our focus to our breathing. Start by slowing down and taking deep breaths. Close your eyes and begin to allow your awareness to focus within. Let any distracting thoughts slide over you. Let all the tension wash away as you sink deeper into bed. As your muscles relax, allow yourself to draw deeper within. Now, let me guide you through some slow breathing. Remember to allow each inhale to fill you completely, and every exhale to empty and relax you. Inhale through your nose. Hold. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Hold. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Hold. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Hold. And exhale through your mouth. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in whatever way feels most comfortable. I would like you to know that I appreciate you. Be good to yourself and let others be good to you too. Now we can begin our story tonight as we find ourselves on the deck of a ship pulling into the port of Osaka. The deck rocked beneath your feet as it sailed into port. Sailors rushed to bring down the mainsail. The ship creaked as the pressure from the sail alleviated. Taut ropes went slack and the ship dramatically slowed. Your gaze went out to the city that lay before you. It was like nothing you had ever seen before. Slanted roofs, intricately tiled, spread out like a carpet. The buildings were packed tight, no space wasted. Above it all, a massive castle dominated the skyline. resting upon high ground. Its squat walls protecting the compound that lay within. The docks were bustling. You were the largest ship who had set anchor, but many smaller fishing vessels dotted the harbour, flitting about. Boats were unloading their day's catch. It was more seafood than you'd ever seen in your life. Clearly, an important source of food for the local populace. The gangplank was lowered, and your captain was first off the boat. He was greeted immediately by an official, and they fell into conversation with the help of a translator. You noticed your ship was the source of some interest, with many people standing around watching. The captain ushered you down and explained that the official meeting would be held later that day. In the meantime, you were free to explore the city. You were to be escorted by a local samurai, a young man in a long grey robe. Two deadly-looking swords hung at his side. He held himself in a manner that left no illusions whether he could wield the weapons. He nodded at you and took position a step behind. Apparently, he would bring you back when the time was right. You chose a random direction out of the port, away from the potent smell of fish. You threaded your way through a crowded street, lined with different stalls, selling all manner of unrecognizable food. You approached one that was selling steaming balls on skewers. You looked pleadingly at your escort as you felt your stomach rumble. The food towards the end of a sea voyage left a lot to be desired. The samurai thought for a second before approaching the store and procuring you a skewer. He handed it over. You savoured the rich smell and took an experimental bite. A crunchy shell with piping hot seafood within. Savoury juices filled your mouth. It was something different, but you were a fan. And before you knew it, it was gone. Using the castle as a guiding stone, you threaded your way deeper into the city. You got more than one interested look, but no one bothered you. You walked past an open gateway, a red arch ornately carved from wood. Its bright design called you to explore. You approached, brimming with curiosity. Crossing the threshold led you into a small garden. A small waterfall sat nestled amongst greenery. Perfectly sculpted trees dotted about, leaves of vibrant green. Large rocks were placed around the garden, while the ground itself was gravel. This had been raked with precise lines that spiraled around, creating mesmerizing patterns. The effort and patience it must have taken blew you away. Clearly, whoever tended this garden was skilled and passionate about their craft. You continued to follow the path around the garden, marveling at its expanse. You found yourself right next to the waterfall. Crystal clear waters spilled down, filling a rock-lined pool. Orange and white fish lazily swum within, back and forth, back and forth. A simple, peaceful existence. You calmly watched for a while, enjoying the relaxing nature of their movement. Leaving, you turn a corner and see someone raking. They slowly and precisely guide a rake through the gravel, creating a circular pattern around a large rock. He inspected his work with a shrewd eye, before with precise footsteps, carefully making his way to another area to begin the process once again. You watched, careful not to disturb him. He was slow and methodical, no movement wasted in his aspirations for perfection. You left him to his work. Exiting the garden via a different gateway, the view stopped you short. A large open thoroughfare, a cobblestone road leading to a castle, lined by picturesque trees, blossoming a vibrant pink. The breeze blew and petals danced through the sky, carpeting the ground in a layer of colour. You had never seen so much pink. It was calming, its beauty putting your mind at ease. You walked down the cobbled road, basking in the gentle scent of the trees. It reminds you of a tea house back at home, a sweet, floral scent. Your samurai escort still follows you. He has not said a word, a silent shadow, but his presence is comforting. You look back and give him a smile. His expression doesn't shift an inch. You assumed you had made a friend. You catch some petals that are drifting through the air. They are soft against your hand. You bring them up to your nose and take a deep inhale. The strong scent overwhelms you. It brings a calm sense of joy as you continue down the road. The entire experience had been like a dream. So far, you had only experienced the culture on a surface level, but you were amazed. It was so alien, yet at the same time, so familiar. The core human experience seems to be the same all around the world. You come to a crossroads. Straight ahead, the closed entrance to a castle. To your left, what you assume is some kind of temple. The temple takes everything from the architecture you had seen exploring the city and expands on it. It stands tall, reaching up 3 levels. Glossy wood painted a vibrant red, creating the frame, whilst the walls were a simple, clear white. This was all topped off by a slanted tile roof that slightly reminded you of a hat from home. This thought made you smile. It had been many months since your ship had set sail for the new world. You didn't think you would miss it, but there was a small part of you that longed for home. However, a larger part was more excited about your continued adventures. You crossed under the threshold of the gate and entered the temple. The air felt different within. You had crossed into a new world. Incense burned, an overwhelming aroma that made you feel lightheaded. A faint gong sounded deeper into the complex. 2 people, dressed in long robes, sat cross-legged before a large golden statue. The statue depicted a figure, legs crossed, holding up a hand. On his head sat an intricate crown, whilst golden fire outlined his silhouette. You felt out of place in what was clearly a sacred temple, but you had heard the beliefs of this land was an accepting one. Taking a deep breath, you found your own place on the floor, well behind the monks, and attempted to replicate their feeling of calmness. You closed your eyes and let the atmosphere of the temple take over. Naturally, your breaths begin to slow and your mind emptied. Your consciousness floated in the place between sleep and wakefulness. All thoughts and worries had vanished, and you just existed in empty bliss.
you.